Welcome to Tales of Deception and Heartbreak. She rested against the kitchen island as if we were discussing holiday getaways. I'm offering you two options, she declared. Her arms crossed, her head held high, with that composed, refined expression on her face, as though it was meant to awe me. You can either agree to let me pursue a connection with him, or simply step aside as I proceed. I gazed at her, anticipating the joke. When none arrived, I let out a soft chuckle. Not from amusement, but because it felt so distant from the partner I believed I'd wed. Repeat that, I requested. She exhaled deeply, as if I was already complicating matters. I don't want any arguments, all right. I'm being straightforward. I'm attempting to manage this responsibly. I'm not hiding anything. I'm providing you the chance to develop alongside me. That's when it dawned on me that she'd practiced this speech, likely in front of the mirror, perhaps with guidance from others. That phrase, develop alongside me, flowed too effortlessly, too ideally timed. I observed her speaking, her hands moving softly, her tone gentle like she was reading a lullaby. Folks from our era are redefining marriage, she went on. Exclusive commitment isn't inherently human nature. You're aware of that, aren't you? I stayed silent. I simply reclined in the seat, taking it in. I've been chatting with others, studying books, tuning into podcasts, and it's clarified for me that my desires aren't strange. They're not disloyalty, they're growth. There it was once more, another term refined until it lost all substance. Growth, I offered no reply, not due to lacking words, but knowing that speaking then would lack composure. Eric, this goes beyond the physical, she continued, her voice even softer. We bond on intellectual and emotional levels. He comprehends me in aspects that it's no judgment, but I've changed. I refuse to diminish myself to match our past selves. She hadn't named him yet, but I knew precisely whom she referred to, her superior. Jonah Vale, 42, creator of a sleek city-based tech company featuring raw brick interiors and draft beer on site. The type who sported all-birds shoes, sipped adaptogenic brews, and addressed everyone as bro. His handshake felt like a vow to connect you with divinity. I'd encountered him briefly once at their product unveiling. He offered the sort of grin saved for parking attendants or juniors who spilled your latte. He awakened something in me, she murmured, just audible. That instant confirmed this wasn't a fleeting urge. It was an illusion, a meticulously crafted soliloquy she'd probably constructed over weeks. Each phrase selected deliberately to position her as the trailblazer and me as the ancient relic. Yet I refrained from debating, no yelling, no hurling my drink in theatrical fashion. I rose and exited the kitchen, proceeded down the corridor, entered the bathroom, locked it and faced my reflection. My expression showed no rage, not even sorrow. It appeared determined. A change occurred within me. Immediately, like a switch flipping along my backbone, I refused to provide the response she sought. I wouldn't allow her to control the ethical direction. She viewed this as bargaining. She was unaware I'd decided already. She climbed into bed that evening as if all was normal. As though we debated minor changes like moving sofas or changing TV services. She even attempted to hold my hand, a lingering habit. I permitted it. To maintain her belief in her control. That I'd fallen into the typical spouse pattern, overly compliant, shocked into inaction, too settled to depart. She was mistaken, completely. In the following days, she began viewing me as a subject requiring reprogramming. She'd share writings, forward audio segments, tales of thriving non-monogamous unions. She'd utter lines like, if you truly care, you'll advance with me, and this needn't be defeat. It could enhance us both. I agreed with nods, grinned at fitting moments. Repeated, I'll consider it countless times, while remaining vigilant, observing, attending, not only to her but how she ceased concealing. That proved crucial. No more disguises, no secrecy, everything out openly. In her view, no wrongdoing existed. She felt liberated, advanced, illuminated. This wasn't infidelity, it was growth, and merely outdated decor she hadn't removed yet, but soon she would. Meanwhile, I began constructing the third path. She believed I was warming to it. That facilitated everything. My apparent compliance boosted her assurance. She no longer censored herself near me. Began mentioning names, subtle clues, suggesting schedules as if crafting a joint future. I avoided disputes. I portrayed the hesitant yet effortful husband conducting midnight studies, absorbing her suggested audios, agreeing pensively as she discussed bodily freedom and how conventional unions trapped under outdated authority. I simulated some contemplative exhales, sufficient to convince her the persuasion succeeded. It hadn't. Actually, I installed a monitoring tool on her device during her shower. A discreet, unobtrusive program merely lurking silently. It captured nothing unlawful. No inexplicable positioning data. It simply synced her schedule, messages, and cloud-stored memos. It revealed all. To clarify, jealousy wasn't the sole motive, not precisely. I required reality, not her edited narrative. I had to witness her true self when assuming victory over me. What I discovered caused a constriction in my chest, deeper than ache. Jonah had her contact as wife upgrade. She labeled him my awakening. That could have sufficed to conclude matters, yet I sought beyond resolution. I craved insight. Their exchanges brimmed with arrogance, self-aggrandizing, intellectual admittedly, but beneath excited like children hiding treats. Ready for next weekend? Absolutely, he's yielding. I mentioned needing solitude for self-reflection, and he truly empathized. Imagine, next weekend, an unfamiliar entry in her planner, RKM Retreat House. Below, brief residence pending changes. Then realization struck. She wasn't scheming a brief affair. She plotted a move. A test split cloaked in soft terms. No direct clash. No formal documents. Merely gradual drift into another's arms, then life, departing without truly going. Sampling dual existences like clothing, retaining the preferable, returning if unfit. She acted that Thursday. On the sofa, she offhandedly noted a brief remote assignment with Jonah and the innovation group. It's intensive, she explained. A brief escape and refresh. You know, startups, full commitment, occasionally no involvement. She winked there, I feigned amusement. Seems interesting, I replied. Need packing assistance. She paused, surprised momentarily, then beamed. Yes, actually, wonderful. I assisted folding garments. Noted her selecting relaxed yet alluring attire. She added her preferred scent, hesitating as if awaiting resentment. None came, I grinned. You'll excel, I stated. Demonstrate true growth. She pecked my cheek. That touches me. She seemed to believe my pride was real. That evening post-departure, I accessed my computer. All preserved. Messages, plans, voice clips from smart home device during her assumed alone call. Among them, a familiar yet unforeseen voice. Jamie, her closest companion. Initially, I assumed support in fabricating excuses. But inflection, chuckles, specifics clarified. He fell for it. Completely, she answered. I feel alive now, truly existing for myself. Indeed, indeed. He's fixated on you incidentally. I realize you'd know her. We all grow variably. I viewed the audio display replaying. Her confidant shared the same lover. Jonah maintained his personal advanced circle where fidelity mocked and closeness communal, not mere disloyalty. A web. I remained composed. No outburst, weeping, intoxication, destruction. I duplicated all, arranged, sorted. Then drafted a brief, courteous note to the key figure, Jonah's spouse. No attachments yet, merely self-introduction. Noted coinciding timings. Informed her of useful details. Sent, closed device, retired, slept soundly that night, best in ages. Now I possessed advantage. By Friday, her wardrobe side appeared tidier. Not vacant, simply organized. More selected, as if choosing primes, neglecting others. Like desk clearing before uncertain return. She affixed a sticky note on mirror pre-exit, away several days. No staying awake. No worry, I care for you, altered now. Again, strategically vague wording. Not harsh, not direct, evasive for self-protection. All rationalized presently. Not cheating, liberty, not desertion, shift. Unaware I'd ceased her fallback, she balanced two paths, ignorant of third underway. Initial action non-legal, non-vocal, practical. Retrieved 3 big cartons marked, wardrobe, workspace, reading. Packed meticulously, not vengefully, for transparency. Intact, complete. Mail organized aside, preferred mug cleaned, protected. Hall matrimonial images removed, placed softly in binder. No major alterations. Sufficient for her return to sense it. That subtle unease signaling end unnoticed last. Then arranged real estate consultation. Discreetly, merely assessing. No intimidation, not evicting, ensuring presumed solid base had moved. Meanwhile, Jonah's partner replied. Brief, composed, excessively so, appreciated, not initial, nor final, perhaps final quiet one. We spoke 15 minutes that night. No sobbing, no drama. Merely acquaintances exchanging timelines like data review. She'd tracked his indiscretions years, lacking specifics. I supplied 1, 2 really, 3 including Jamie. Final query still wished to preserve, long pause before no. I want her viewing her ignited blaze externally. No reply. Stated sufficiency, ended call. Home, I remained silent. No friend discussions, no online shares or pleas, watch time elapse, tracked device access. One message from her, hope you're contemplating releasing prior framework. unaware I'd released her earlier. Not returning to same man, to an unfamiliar, her Jonah setup. No longer dream, evidence, path, fading map of deceit. Best, she anticipated none, not from cunning but disbelief in my capacity. Believed removing trust removed resolve. Actually removed quiet. Quiet amusing, seems submission, properly wielded prelude to accuracy. Evening prior return, I poured beverage, stood at window viewing area settle. No fury. No shatter, no envy, clarity. Months first, new precise actions, intolerances ceased. Facade ended. Merely allow re-entry to her chaos, assuming ownership. View absent images, neat hallway cartons, altered stance. Gaze, voice, new boundaries. Attempt bargaining with third sealed, awaiting entrance. She entered as resident, wheeled bag trailing, large sweater over arms, locks pulled back like fresh from airy rental, carried false serenity. Worn post-infidelity, self-convinced noble. Heard entry upstairs, delayed descent. Allowed home absorption preemie. Absent frames, packaged recollections, abrupt void in common areas, she detected. Honey, she summoned, still relaxed tone as wedded anew linguistically. Mere days for adjustment. Entering space, partial grin. Eyes unreached, likely incapable, back home she announced. Long gaze before no, guess now, surprise, gestured cartons, all marked, query misses. Separated premium shoes, retry diaries, if seeking further growth elsewhere. Her expression shifted. No wrath, no remorse, bewilderment, truly, absolutely, claimed considering, did interrupted, finished now. Arms crossed as initial kitchen, attempted dominance via stance. Failed now. Eric advancing, softened tone like calming youth. Believed progressing jointly. Grasped my requirements, retreated. No reframing communal path, stated. Departed for boss intimacy, labeled progress. Fabricated destination, companions, duration, not advancement. Entry fee deception, jaw clenched, no falsehoods. Termed work, escape. Group immersion, observed intimate wear, fragrance for strategy crew. Please, stumbled, fine, perhaps incomplete honesty. Yet no infidelity, implied acceptance. Never affirmed, retorted, silent. Differs. Volume increased, could voice discomfort. Unnecessary, replied, knew already. Indifferent, impacted deeply, averted gaze, rapid blinks, breathing for control. Merely, avoided harming you, murmured, yet harmed, consistently, beyond him, halted. My signal, truly believed soul growing, queried. Unnoticed Jamie calls, guidance in scheme, dual like betrayal seminar prep. Eyes expanded, overheard, all arrogant phrases, including Jonah preferring my. Tameness, no resistance, paled. Guilt emerged, delayed, minor, funniest. Added, non-exclusive even there. Mere enlightened companion, who else shared warmth, no response. Jamie stated, shattered her, retreated, impossible, wouldn't, insisted, fed necessary for utility. Manipulated as you me. Assumed constructing illumination, merely excuse compilation for non-lovers. Collapsed seated. Unsupported, trembling hands. Eric, please, stop, commanded, no explanations, choices yours. Now cartons, quiet yours, I wiped. Tomorrow discuss, not thus, please, Jonah's spouse initiated already noted, head jerked. How aware, flatly all, not premiere, perhaps final shocker, lip quivered. Informed her, not merely told, showed, no retort first. Mere void, distant gaze, allowed linger. Turned, door open fully. Sought options, stated, yours this. Weak silent, no contact, no messages, mere quiet, no pursuit, unneeded. Packed evening, carried possible, abandoned remainder. Stored guest room, marked pristine. Home improved, absent her. Silent yet not isolated, truthful, novel sensation. Confrontation week later. Sister invite, surprise message for parental home visit. Discussion, polite tone, gracious, known implication. Rallying defense, nearly refused. Yet instinct demanded for self. Parents 20 minutes distant, plan suburb identical posts, association prioritizing grass evenness over empathy. Arrival, full group. Mother, father, sister, naturally her, appeared reduced. Lessened, not shattered, merely. Divested prior lent assurance like shield. Father initiated, seek comprehension stated. Heard you ambushed her, evicted sans dialogue. Mother agreed. Union labor. Not disposable, packed, difficulty arises. Sister contributed, overly courteous disdain, always somewhat conventional, Eric. Perhaps greater listening, backing her progress, prevented escalation. No immediate response. Sat absorbing real-time revision. Then retrieved phone. No audio playback. No message images displays. Unnecessary. Opened photo directory instead. Many captured discreetly recent months. 1. Door pose, bag held, smiling mid-Jonah text. 1. Planner RKM marked highlighted. One sticky, care you differently now. Then notes recited Jamie message aloud. Two feeble halt or devoted depart. Anyway, liberty, placed phone. No ambush, stated. Weeks schemed vanishing, retaining perks. Sought no comprehension, license stylish humiliation. Father throat clear. Errors occur. No accidental tumble, another's embrace, cut in. Composed schedule, reserved stay, purchase seductives, enlisted confidant, days messaging thrill, rebranding deceit, self-nurture. Leaned in. Regrets solely, now wagered man's shared trusted friend's bed. Fortress sand-based, declined sink for her spa illusion. Silence fell, mother arms crossed, finished then, glanced wife. Silent, no begging, floor stared, unshed tears. Yes, affirmed, tired villain unwritten tale, tired bearing load others self-explore. Rose sought comprehension, received, departed then. Door neared, sister softer, Eric truly cared her. Paused, knob gripped, did replied. Forced choice, divide or observe another's intimacy. Turned briefly, conclude. Chose third. Pack instructed prior disrupting his arrogant domain. Thus exited, not merely room, entire narrative.